It's time to admit that we're at war. And I'm not talking about global events, I'm not talking about politics, at least not really. I'm talking about the color grading community, and I'm talking about AI slop. And I'm not trying to pick on anyone in particular here, but I'm absolutely trying to pick on someone in particular here. When I started developing color grading tools, it was a pretty niche market with a couple of developers. But since then, creators have noticed that there's an opportunity for some quick money to be made, and a lot of new color grading tool online shops have popped up. So far so good, there's nothing wrong with a bit of healthy competition. But then people notice that you don't actually have to learn color science, or coding, or math to do any of this. You can just prompt an AI to create the new revolutionary filmic color density, subtractive saturation, cinematic secret sauce DCTL for you, and sell it without doing all of the hard work. And instead of spending all of your time and money on research and development and honing your craft, you can just pump a lot of money into deceptive marketing and gaslight your audience into believing that you're in possession of some secret color science that they don't have that will transform their images into cinematic masterpieces. And there are some big players here that are trying to rip you off with very dubious claims. There are guys that are telling you that their log function has more dynamic range than any other log function. Guys, I don't know how to tell you this, but a log function doesn't have dynamic range. It's a fucking math function. But these guys have no shame in lying to you with fancy buzzwords and confusing concepts to make you believe that you are missing out on some secret color science that will change your life. I mean, just look at this example here. Apparently, the Panasonic V-Log Technical LUT has a problem with non-linear highlight compression. What the fuck does that even mean? What is linear highlight compression supposed to be? Compression is non-linear. That's the fucking definition of the word compression. This image is even better. What does this mean? Solve your project. No, you're not having a stroke. This is just AI slop. These people can't be fucking bothered to do the actual work of their own research or write their own content. They just feel comfortable feeding you this bullshit word salad AI slop because they think you're stupid enough not to notice. They don't have any respect for you, and they certainly don't care about the quality of your images. If their posts are full of this LLM generated slop, you can be sure as hell that their code is too. But the thing is, they have massive marketing departments, and unfortunately very often big names who are either cynical enough or misguided enough to be comfortable attaching their names to the marketing of these nonsense tools. And it's really hard for independent developers like myself and others to cut through all of that noise, because we have the problem that we need to do our own research. We need to make sure that the tools we build are actually sound, and we need to make sure that the claims we make are actually correct so that we're not spreading misinformation. We're playing chess while they're just the pigeons shitting on the board. So what can you do? Your biggest friend is knowledge. If you do your own research, if you learn your craft, if you speak to experts and read papers, you will have the knowledge to be able to identify this kind of nonsense language immediately. When you hear nonlinear highlight compression, you will laugh. When you hear my log function has more dynamic range, you will frown. And when you hear my camera has a better look, you will bang your head against the wall. Secondly, if you care about the quality of your images and those of your clients, it's important that you support your local independent DCTL vendors. Here's a non-exhaustive list of DCTL developers that I'm personally acquainted with and who I can vouch for doing professional, high-quality work without any AI slop involved. Now is a better time than ever to give them your money. We live in scary times, my friends, and there's people out there who are very comfortable letting truth and honesty and respect and fairness die if it makes them a quick buck. And we must not let them get away with it. We need to call this stuff out when we see it. Don't get sorbed. I've been Max from Iridescent Color, and I thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you again very soon.